Hello, I'm Oliver.
And I'm Lee.
We're from Bring the Horizon and you're watching PitCam TV.
Hey, I'm Monica with PitCam, and I'm here with Oli and Lee from Bring the Horizon. Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Are you excited about being back in the spotlight?
Yeah.
Yeah? What have you been doing so far?
Just some other interviews.
Yeah.
Playing Journey.
Your album is set to release on April 29th. I know it's about the reception.
Yeah, the reception we've had so far has been really good from magazines and the people who've got to listen to it first. Obviously, it's like the fans we want to please, but we're really proud of the album, so we haven't got really anything to be nervous of in terms of like worrying that it's rubbish.
Okay. Why the title Sempiternal?
The title means like sempiternal is like an old English word that stands for like everlasting and eternal, and we also use like a logo called the Flower of Life, which represents everything that goes on in the universe, and it's kind of a combination of both like everything and everlasting, and that's kind of what the album theme is about. It's about everything. It kind of covers everything that was going on in my life at the time, and it's got a strong sense of accepting there's something in your life. There's sometimes we have stuff that we can't change and it'll be with us forever, and sometimes you need to accept that to get on with your life and not let it drag you down or destroy you. You've just got to accept that you can't change the way you are, and you have to like live with that and figure out how to live with it, and not how to, not just accept defeat sort of thing.
A lot of people have been wondering about the sound and the style of the music, if it's going to follow in the tracks of There's a Hell. How would you describe the album to them?
It's like if you took like the best aspects of the last two albums, like Suicide Season and There Is a Hell, and then we've got like the new member Jordan and stuff who's brought in, like we've always like had that electronic kind of theme going on, but like we've wrote with a guy who does that now, so it's incorporated a lot more into the songs. It's not like it doesn't sound like an electronic band, but like it's still heavy and stuff, and it still sounds like us, but it's a lot bigger sounding and the electronic side is a lot more main and like stuff like that. So I think just expect the last two albums, but better with more electronic, I reckon.
The electronic has become more of like an instrument, like rather than just like bits here and there. It's like how a guitar is all the way through the song.
Yeah.
The electronica is an extra instrument, and it just kind of adds a whole extra layer and dimension to the music.
What would you say is your main influence while writing this album?
It's really hard to like kind of pinpoint any band or music. We listen to anything really kind of inspired us. We'd find new music every day. We'd listen to music that when we're at the gym or whatever, like anything could really inspire us. So to like kind of pinpoint it onto one kind of band or sound is kind of too difficult.
Well, ever since There's a Hell, your music has become more like accessible to people who might not necessarily be into the more heavier genres. Are you afraid you might get accused of going too mainstream and losing fans over that?
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's always the kids that want to just count your blessings and just want the heavy stuff, and at the end of the day, that's not who we are anymore. Every time we was that band because that's who we wanted to be, and now we're the band we are today because who we want to be. It's not anything to do with selling out or trying to get bigger. It's just us evolving as songwriters and getting better, and people getting better instruments, me getting better with my voice, us getting better at writing songs and crafting them. And I think as you do that, you don't have to hide. When you're kids and you're writing music, I think you hide behind speed, and I think you hide behind screaming, I think you hide behind heaviness in a way. As much as you want to play it, you hide behind it because you can't do much more. And I think as we figured out how to do more, we want to do it. It's not about selling out. I think selling out for me is not, it doesn't matter how soft you go, that's not selling out. Selling out is when you do something you physically don't want to do, because you think it will get you bigger. That's selling out, and that's not what we've done. At the end of the day, I think kids say like heavy music is screaming and heavy music is down-tuned guitars, but for me heavy music is what hits you really hard. And I think this album will hit everyone a lot harder than any record we've ever wrote has hit them before, you know what I mean? It hits you a lot more emotionally and a lot stronger, and it has just such more like depth and heaviness in a completely different sense of the word to it. So for me, heaviness means something else to me now than it did when I was 17.
For you, Lee, as a guitarist, how has your approach to songwriting changed over the years?
I mean, when we wrote like Counting Blessings, I was like 17, like Oli was saying, so I was basically just trying to go mental on a guitar. Like I don't really know what we were doing, but like back then we were just trying to fit as many crazy things into 5 minutes as possible. And I think now we've all like learnt to, it's not about like it's not like about your ego, like when you're writing a song. So like as songs now, I'm playing more for the song, and like if it needs a big riff, I'll write a big riff. But if I need to like basically just play something to back up like what's going on the vocals or the like electronics and stuff, I will do. And it's not like I'm not gonna be pissed off because I'm like not in the forefront and stuff. So I think I've just like learned as a guitarist to what works for the song is like best and stuff like that. So it's not about like ego or being like the fastest shredder in the world or something like that, but it's about what makes the band sound better.
Would you say that it's more challenging to play this kind of music compared to?
Well, no, it's not really. I'm not playing like technically insane stuff or like that, but
More challenging to write, isn't it?
It's more challenging to write, definitely, to write a better song. But there's way better guitarists out there and like people who can sweep pick and do like crazy stuff. But if the song needs it, it's cool. But I'm not really trying to do that. So.
What I noticed right away with this album is that you seem to have pushed yourself quite a lot as a vocalist. Would I be right?
I think we all pushed ourselves. I think that's what we needed to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think the main worry with this album before we wrote it is we felt like we'd done a lot on There Is a Hell. I think everything we could think of we did. You know what I mean? Whether it was choir or orchestra or like everything. So it was like, what do we do now? And I think it really required us to all get better as musicians and do something new as musicians to really take that next step, because there's not really any more surprises we could really put in terms of adding new kinds of instruments or you know what I mean. So I think for that next step, it really took it was more up to me than anyone else in the band to have that melody in the vocals and push it off, because only so much you can scream and scream. I think it did take me to go to like step up and do something new to really push it out there and take it that big leap forward. You know what I mean?
You actually do a bit more actual singing on this one.
Yeah, well, I did none before. So.
What can you tell me about guest vocals?
Apart from we had some friends in from a band called Emanuates that are from Sweden, and but they just kind of basically did like the oohs and ahs and like textures and stuff like that. It's really backup stuff just to like make the music have more body in the same way as synth. In terms of guest vocals, there's none.
So it's all you?
Yeah, that was a conscious decision because we've had, on the last 2 records, I think there's been about a total of 6 guest vocalists, which is a cool thing to do, but we kind of wanted this album to be just Bring the Horizon in every sense, you know what I mean? No guests, no tricks or gimmicks, you know what I mean? Just a Bring the Horizon record for the first time.
You chose Terry Date as a producer. Why is that?
Do you want to answer that?
I think it's because we'd worked with Frederick on the last 2 CDs and we decided like when we were writing this one we wanted to do something like fresh and just not keep doing the same thing, and like we love what Frederick did and like for our albums and stuff, but we wanted to work with someone new and we wanted to like make, well, like the sound was kind of new for us and stuff, and Terry Date seemed like the perfect like guy, like with all the bands he's worked with and the styles he's done and stuff. We just I mean, the fact that he wanted to work with us was cool, and we were like just psyched on that. So I think he just seemed like the perfect guy to work with.
Mm.
He kind of like just, when he came in as well, he just said, I don't want to change what you do. We've never done like pre-production or anything, so we were a bit worried about that. But he came and he was like, I don't want to change anything that you're doing. I don't want to mess up anything. I don't want to like, I guess like interrupt your flow. I just want to make this record sound as good as it possibly can, and that's all I'm here to do. And that's exactly what he did. Like, he just let us get on with what we wanted to do and helped us do what we needed to do. So that was really great.
He's produced everything from Dredge to Limp Bizkit, but not a lot of metalcore in his career. Has that? And it was the same with your other producer, that he hasn't been too much into that genre. Has that been a conscious choice on your part to stay away from the typical metalcore producers?
Yeah, because we don't want to sound like a metalcore band.
Yeah.
Well, in the same sense that this record's not really a metalcore record anymore. It's not even really.
Yeah.
It's not a metal CD. Yeah. I'd say it's more of a heavy rock kind of CD. In general, it's too hard to really say what it sounds like. So, and at the same time, when we picked Frederick, it was because we heard his sound and thought him doing that on the kind of music we're going to record would sound perfect, and that was the same for Terry Day. And also, like, he's just done everything, you know what I mean? Like, say, he's done Dredge, he's done Deftones, he's done Pantera. It's like the Pantera guitar sounds amazing. The Deftones drums are like some of the best. Dredge, all the like the soundscapes and all that is perfect. So it's like, we just thought he's gonna be like, whatever we want to do, he's had some experience in that.
A couple of weeks ago, you released a video for Shadow Moses. It was actually recorded or done here in Germany, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was cold.
Yeah, tell me about it.
It was really cold. It was like, it was an island. You might know what the name of the island is.
I don't remember. Yeah.
No, we're not sure either, but it was kind of like this remote island. It was the coldest thing we've ever done, but it was awesome. Like, it was really fun and it looks awesome. But yeah, we did it with a director called, his like alias is a nice idea every day. And he's never done it in the same way as the people we've recorded with. He's never done a metal video. He's done a lot of indie, like he's done like The Knife and stuff like that. But his style is so unique with what he does, and we thought that would be a great way to like come back with a performance and do something that no one's really ever seen before in the metal rock world.
Well, thank you so much for talking to us.
Cool, cheers.